Hey guys, this is Mike with White Day Wood Carvings, and I had I'm a lot of groups I'm members of with them, and I've been showing the walking sticks that I've been making on there. I've been posting like progress photos, and um, but had a couple people reach out to me, and was asking for like, hey, you got any tips and tricks and uh, so I've only made, I guess technically, like 4 of them um, completed. uh, this is number 2 that I got here. um, the first couple ones, I had a couple little happy accidents. um, But yeah, so I want to jump right into and talk about this one. This is number 3. Um, so still a little bit of paint work that I got left on them. But um, the biggest one is the scales, wood burning the scales in. Now, recently, I actually like I'm a big believer that, hey, don't be spending a bunch of money before you make a couple of them, because you might not know that that's something you want to do. It's something you want to get into. And to be honest, um, if you can make them with tools that you can make yourself, um, when you purchase the ones, um, you know, gets a little easier. The scales are uh, more uniform. Um, so yeah, I'll talk about the scales real quick. So this is a wood burner that I bought from Michael's. I think it was like 20 bucks. And so I got the shading point right here. And so I actually created this with a Dremel, burr bits, and some files. And I filed, the shape of it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, kind of. The shading tip is actually, it's not too bad to start with. It's got, kind of the basic shape. I just took a little more out of here. The tip was a little longer, and I trimmed that down, and then I took like a burr, and I carved out in the middle, which is gonna give the keel on the scale. Now, this whole snake I did just with one size snake scale tip that I made, which, I don't have a problem with that. But as I'm progressing and as I'm learning, it's like each one that I want to make, I want to learn, hey, I think this one's going to be a little bit better than the last one. So number 3, this is number 2. Number 3, I did get a razor tip wood burner and different snake scale tips. And that ran me like 400 bucks, which is ridiculous to start out. Like, I don't recommend anybody doing that as first. Don't, no, man, you don't need to be spending that kind of money. you know this is 20 bucks, and it does a heck of a job. um so and the ones that I've sold, you know nobody has ever said anything about, hey, the scales are kind of, no, nobody's ever said anything like that. And then I bought like an $80 wood burner from Michael's as well, and it's got temperature control, and it's got some other tips on it. Excuse me. and that's how I did the face scales, just by, you know, just little dots, because I didn't have a good way to like blend that in. So yeah, that's the main thing on the scales. And then when you start, you know, I always like to start, you know, in the center, right? And then just, you know, just go back and forth, man, back and forth. And what I also like to do is, when I get to that point where I start burning the scales in, I like to find the center. Normally, if I have a piece, normally what I like to do is take a piece of paper, and I like to wrap it around the snake, okay, and mark that side, okay, and then I cut it with a pair of scissors, and then I line that up, and I fold this right here, so then when I open it, I have a center line. That's what I like to do, and then I draw a center line all the way around the snake, all the way down the snake. And what that allows me to do is make sure that the scales are flowing in the direction that the snake is curled around the stick or the staff. Which, first one I didn't do that. So yeah, that's pretty much the scale. This is like the first video I've ever made, trying, you know, describing kind of like how I do the scales. And the other part is the eyes. So get you guys in there. So that's the eyes there. And what I like to do there. Now they're wooden eyes, they're not glass eyes. If I can find it here, maybe not, don't know. Man. Well, anyway, I'm sure it's here somewhere. I put it up so I wouldn't lose it, and I lost it. I really wanted to show you guys that. But what I did, I took a 9mm bullet casing and filed it out with a triangle file, and it actually filed teeth into it, and then I was able to put it in there and turn it, and it made me a perfect circle that I could carve out. And then this eye is just painted, and then I used like 5-minute epoxy just to give it a little bit of sheen to it. Yeah, really was hoping to have that to show you guys. But yeah, this is just kind of like explaining, you know, a couple little things, and you know, the paint work. And I got a good little ways to go on this guy, but hopefully you know, I can get more videos. And number 3, I really want to start recording from the very first process. So this is cherry wood that I got from a local sawmill. He's probably 45 minutes from me. This was kiln dried, you know, so it's really nice wood. And the staff is just polyurethaned. I sanded it down and then just polyurethaned it, which, you know, looks great. But I will show you what it started out as being. This is that's what that walking stick started out as. Now this is a 4x4 by 7 feet long piece of cherry that I was able to acquire from the local sawmill for $5. Kiln dried. So that's what number 3 is going to be out of as well. Just thought I'd let you guys look at that. But yeah, that's you know, that's basically what I got going on here. And like I said, I'm gonna post some other videos. This is just like a quick video But the biggest thing is, man, center lines, and do your research, man. Look at photos and look at reference photos, you know, and it's only gonna help you, you know, painting wise. You know, like I carve fish and duck decoys as well, and it's like when I start a new carving, you know, I look at my reference photos probably a week before I start, you know, actually chipping away wood, just because it's gonna be so much better in the end, because you know, you kind of already know what you want. And yeah, man, you know, just keep center lines, man. Keep proportions. Keep everything centered up the best you can. And another thing too, yeah, I'll go into this more from the very start of walking stick number 3. It's going to be a rattlesnake as well. You know, if you try to take too much out of the stick, man, you gotta, and you know, sometimes I even get a little close to the stick, but I think it gives it a little bit character too, that the stick is actually a stick. You know, it's not a straight, you know, you're not, you know, walking out in the woods and finding a straight stick. Probably is very unlikely that you'd be able to find one. So, you know, if it's got a little curves in it, you know, if it's, that's fine. Because with the snake wrapping around the stick, it actually gives it, you know, it actually gives it some strength. So I think I'm a couple weeks into this guy. I just, you know, just kind of been taking my time and, you know, not rushing. And yeah, thanks for watching, man. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. But yeah, as soon as I get this one finished, and this one's actually already sold. So as soon as he leaves and he's finished, I'll be starting on number 3. So, and I'm gonna keep you guys posted. I'm gonna make one video, start to finish, you know, just the process of what I learned, and, you know, and what I think works for me may not work for you. That's why this is so fun. Because, you know, you took a $5 piece of wood and, you know, turned it into, you know, $300-400. So, which I'd much rather do this and then, you know, sit and watch TV in the evening. So yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I can get him finished painting and get him sent out, and then walking stick number 3 is gonna get underway. So thank you guys, appreciate it, and if you have any questions or comments, let me know. So this is the very first video with White Day Wood Carvings, and I don't know, we'll see what happens, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.